Hey everybody, Ramey here, and today what I want to do is I'm going to talk about a few different topics, just some things that have come up in life in general, all that kind of stuff, some cool stuff. All right, so first of all, let's see, my esports club. So we had our first tournament of the semester this past Saturday, which was really cool. So let me tell you a little bit about the tournament, give you some reflections, then we're going to go into some other stuff, which, you know how I bounce around off everything. So, okay. So what happens? We had our esports tournament, and basically it was a Super Smash Brothers tournament, but we also had several other events going on. So we had a LAN party there, so people were like playing a bunch of different games together, like League of Legends, Overwatch, and stuff like that. Then we had the tabletop club there. So they were playing some board games at one of the sections of the room. And then we had our tournament. We had probably about like 5 to 6 different um, switches because it was a Super Smash Brothers tournament going on at one time. We had a doubles tournament and single tournament. So basically 2 tournaments in one. We had 67 competitors total, which is really great. That's a great number. You know, a good number is 35 to 40 is awesome. So to have like almost 70 people at a Smash Brothers tournament on campus locally at UNCW, great number. Like it was fun. Run smoothly. Our tournaments are getting much better. You know, we just started esports at UNCW last semester, so we only have 1 semester of experience. So we're really like learning a lot and trying to figure out like how to do this. So it's really cool to be able to do that, and it was a lot of fun. It's cool to watch the students play, and win and do well. We also had some kids there, so our next tournament is going to be February 15th. We're going to actually have all our normal stuff. We're probably going to be adding a game, and we're also going to be having a kids tournament as part of it, which is going to be kind of cool. My kids are really excited for that, and it's funny because that morning we have the Pinewood Derby. If you're not familiar with that is, it's something that kids do in Cub Scouts. They race these little cars. I'll actually talk about that maybe next week or the week after once I start building the car for my kids. Well, and they help too, but they're not helping saw something. So, um, I'll talk a little bit about that. But we have two. We're gonna have 2 competitions. The kid boys are gonna have 2 competitions over the same day, which will be kind of fun and exciting to do. Okay, so that's how our esports tournament went. It's going good. It's really just growing and growing as more people on campus and more people in the community find out what we're doing. We get more and more interest, so it's really exciting. I totally am jealous of my students to get to be like 18 years old doing this because I'm 41, so I totally don't get to, which is not as fun as it is for them. Okay. So some of the things I wanted to talk about today, I wanted to talk about my esports tournament and how it went, just reflect on it a little bit. But to my students, like, congrats, like, it was a great job. They're really the ones running everything and doing a lot of the work. So it's great to have students like really want to step up and do stuff. Okay, so some of the other things I wanted to talk about a little bit today. So first of all, so there's 3 other topics. One is some new tech I'm interested in, not really new, but some of it is. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit about passive income, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some tech stocks to watch this week. I always like to talk about financial stuff, stocks, so I got some passive income stocks to talk about this week, some tech stuff that I really think is worthwhile watching, and I'll explain why it's worthwhile watching. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about this tech that I've been interested in. So, those of you that know that I love like technology and I love fitness, health, I love financial stuff. So those are all the, life in general. I just love doing stuff. So I like talking about all this stuff. So, okay, so 2 programs that I've been playing around with. And these aren't new programs and they're not new to me, but one of the features in one of them is new, which is one of the reasons I bring it up. So for those of you who are really into working out and like to track their workouts and track their progress, you probably use something like Strava. But there's also more sophisticated software out there that really analyzes your workouts. And one of those pieces is called Training Peaks. And a lot of people use Training Peaks, but Training Peaks costs like $120 a year, and there's some free software out there that does a lot of the same stuff. One of those pieces of free software is called Golden Cheetah. I love Golden Cheetah. Um, First of all, it's free, Mac, Windows, so you can download it for free, but it's so easy to use now. So it used to be a pretty complicated software for people. Like if you look it up, people will be like, oh, you need to know programming to use this. But what Golden Cheetah does is offers a lot of advanced metrics so that you can really, really, really analyze like your workouts, your biking, your running, your swimming, or anything like that. Analyze your heart rate. You can look at like performance management charts of like how your body is dealing with stress, how you're recovering. Really interesting stuff. But one of the reasons I'm talking about Golden Cheetah is because they recently added a feature that you can upload all your workouts right from Strava. So if you're just putting all your stuff on Strava, you can upload it right into Golden Cheetah, which makes it a really cool piece of software to work with. I'd say the learning curve, like if you watch like a 5 to 10 minute video on how to use Golden Cheetah, once you download it, you're going to be good to go. It's really simple to use, but it's a really cool piece of software. The other piece of software I like, and this isn't new, but it's an extension of Chrome, and they do offer it in Firefox too, but I just use it in Chrome because that's what it was made for. It's called Elevate, and Elevate is really an extension of Strava. And basically, just like Golden Cheetah, it offers a lot of those cool metrics. It's just another option. But I do like these pieces of software. I do recommend you check them out. I think they're kind of cool, and it's just some software that I've been playing with this week. I always love to play with new software and check it out. So if you're interested in like that whole like health and analyzing your fitness and really figuring out like how your body's reacting to things and you really want to see the statistics of it, I would definitely recommend checking out one of those two or both of those pieces of software. Very cool. Okay, now let's get into some of the financial stuff I want to talk about. And maybe when I start really like breaking up my videos more into like my video stuff into just one topic and talk about it a little longer, but for now I'm not doing that. So I keep reading, so I'm involved in on Reddit. I'm subscribed to the passive income um, Reddit forum, and one of the things that I keep seeing over and over again is this continuous discussion people have of, I don't want to do any work. I just want to have passive income. How do I get that? Or I have $5,000. How do I get this to work for me? You know, to replace some kind of money or something like that. And the common response, or I see people coming on and they're like, hey, I want passive income. I want to do YouTube. Should I do YouTube, blogging, drop shipping, that kind of thing? And like talking about making money from it. And it's really an interesting conversation because, first of all, passive income means you're actually not doing anything for your money. If you're writing a blog, um, you're doing videos on YouTube. Do you know how much work these videos are that I do? Like I do it because I actually enjoy it, but it's a lot of work. It's tons. So it's really, a lot of work to put in time to do these videos. So I wouldn't, and you're not paid hardly anything for making videos unless you've got like, many millions of views. You're not really making much money. So and when you first start out, you're making nothing because even to get views money on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. So like you're just making money off the bat. So to call it passive is really strange because it's not passive. Passive income is like, hey, I hit the lottery. Hey, I inherited some money. That's passive income. Or I did something and now I'm getting money for it. I'm not doing it anymore, but it's still not really passive because it's still something. But I just have like that gripe with that word of what is passive income, and also like people don't understand like you can't just take $100 and like get a passive income off that. Like you really need money to make money. So like if I was gonna now, sure, yes, there's the story of the person that started with $100 and was able to create this like business empire. Yes, that does happen. But most commonly, if you want to have like real passive income and like put it in like somewhere where you're gaining interest on your money, the interest on $100 is going to be nothing. Now, if you had like $10 million, the interest is going to be substantial, and someone could actually buy that. So the two different things. And also, I think people coming in with attitude on passive income is the wrong attitude to have. You need to say, here's what I love, here's what I want to do, and then you happen to actually figure out how to make money from that. Those are two different things. Man, maybe what I need to do is just do a whole live segment where I just talk about passive income because I'm really interested in it. I'm really interested in lots of financial stuff. So maybe I'm just going to do some videos where that's what I talk about. I'll talk about like retirement and stuff like that because those are topics important to people and topics I enjoy. So I know a lot about them. So I would love to talk about them. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about in this live episode. Okay. Tech stocks to watch this week. So this is a big week in tech stocks. Why is it a big week? Because we got some, quarterly announcements where the companies are going to post their earnings, which is always interesting to watch. Whether the earnings are high, low, you get to see the performance of the company, whether it's going up, down, whether they met their revenue, didn't meet their revenue, and that can tell you a lot about the company, and also you get to see what the market's doing. So I'm going to tell you about 4 tech stocks to watch. I will say I'm invested in all 4 of these stocks because I like them. So I have money in them. So I'm hoping they do really well. Okay, so first of all, Microsoft. Microsoft, I want to hear their earnings, see what they've been doing because Microsoft has some cool stuff going on. If you're not sure like where to put your money, like and this is money you want to invest in the stock market, not like index funds for retirement and stuff. Like if you just have some extra money and you want to put it in a stock, Microsoft's my number 1 pick right now. Why? Because they have so many cool things going on. So first of all, the cloud. And their cloud rivals Amazon's cloud. This is where Microsoft and Amazon are making their money, is from these clouds. If you don't know, Microsoft won the JEDI contract, huge multi-billion-dollar contract, big deal. Okay. They also are competing with Twitch. They own Mixer, which is the big competition for Twitch. They've paid, Ninja and other famous eSports streamers to go over to Mixer. So Microsoft's got the cloud. They've got Mixer. They're competing with the big parts of Amazon. Now remember, Amazon is a $2,000 stock about. Microsoft's only $160. So, like, relatively speaking, Microsoft's a great deal in my opinion, even though like I got into Microsoft several years ago at like $60. And so it's, up like 2.5 times, but I still think it's a great buy. And I'm still putting money into it. Whenever I get an extra $160, boom, share Microsoft, boom, share Microsoft. They also give you a little dividend each quarter. So you do get something back. Not a lot, but I mean, depending on how many shares you have, but I love Microsoft. So I want to see their earnings. Really excited for that. Next stock, Tesla. Reason I'm interested in Tesla, I love all the tech stuff. So Tesla, their cars are so like tech nerded out. Like it's just like they got everything in them. But the cool thing about Tesla, I think a lot of people kind of think their CEO, Elon Musk, is a little wacko and out there. And yeah, he is. That's what makes him great. His ideas are beyond what everyone else is thinking about. That's a very unique skill that people should love. But Tesla stock has more than doubled in like the last just this quarter alone. Just the end of the year. I mean, it was like $200 3 months ago, and now it's like 500. So, it's up there. So I'm really curious to see what their earnings are this week. That's going to be like really exciting to watch and see, because if their earnings are low and people like their stock just literally doubled, craziness. I'm very curious to see that. Next stock that's going to be reported this week, Amazon. Amazon's, the big everything right now. Everyone's trying to compete because Amazon's doing everything. So they're going to release their numbers. We'll get to hear how they did over Christmas, which is always exciting. They did really well. Amazon's cloud's doing well. They're doing well with everything. So they're good to watch. And the other stock that I'm excited about is a much cheaper stock, like $60, Verizon. I'm really excited about what's coming out with Verizon. So first of all, they did the whole, I think they're the best network in the US. Though I will say, I think if T-Mobile Sprint merger comes through, I think that's going to be a big competitor with Verizon. I'm excited for that. I want to see that. I'm also invested in both of those companies too, the T-Mobile and Sprint merger. So I like all 3 for those reasons. But I mean, if I invested in them, it's for a reason. So Verizon, first of all, I'm excited about the future of Verizon and 5G because 5G is going to take over and we're not going to have to pay this cable company for internet service anymore. I cannot wait for that to happen. It's probably not going to be next year, but maybe like in the next 2 years, it's going to happen. Please happen soon. Okay. Um, but I'm excited to see what Verizon has done because they partnered up with Disney. So everyone that got Disney Plus who has Verizon was able to get Disney Plus free for a year. So I think that caused a lot of people to jump ship. They've also it's becoming much more convenient to get their unlimited data. So I'm really curious to see what Verizon's doing, especially because their stock's only like $60 and they offer a great um, you know, they offer a great dividend on their stock. So I really like Verizon for that reason. And considering the share price, I think it's something that's going to go in like 3 years from now. We're going to see Verizon at like $150 and be like, shoot, I should have bought that in 2020 when it was 60. I already bought Verizon at like $40. So like it's already up to 60. So I think it's a good one. Anyway, those are my stuff for today. Stuff I wanted to share and talk a little bit about. So hope you all enjoyed and have a good week. Later all.